Artist himself, Trayvon Diggs, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Vikings and the Dolphins, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Vikings coming into play. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. Is Teddy Bridgewater. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater, throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Vikings pick up the football. And now off to the races. races down the right side. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll begin things here with Gaskin. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, trying to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worked this out yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Come on. Hey. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the Vikings in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Dolphins Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Bridgewater's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. Down to about the 32.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater completes it to the tight end Smythe. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Running left, here's Edmonds. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Bridgewater. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, that's the first thing the coach tells his defense. Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, if you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end, they're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This is the tight end fan. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Again, it's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way they execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win, and the defense is caught him.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Ready?
Back to throw again. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
They try again with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and it's the Jets who have the lead in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Ready. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On second down, Cook shreds him with a stiff arm. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run again on first down. Cook will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Fant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igbenogany elects not to return, and the football will come out to the 25-yard line. We had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. That's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Gaskin is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Yeah, he's right there on the doorstep now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. Okay, great.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like that?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Austin. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to go. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Second down, Bridgewater. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Bridgewater now from the 50. They'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
60 Vikings.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ryan, Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60. Deputy Ranger.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he'll bring it up here. The 40-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Bridgewater again. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. On the move past the 40. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Bridgewater's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing, Bridgewater. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Ready?
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw